Oh, we're gonna let it go for a second.
We're telling everybody we're gonna get this stuck in their head.
95.9 KCKL. Good morning to you, East Texas. I'm John, and I got the guys from Caldwell Banker here today with their favorite liner of all.
Good morning, John. How you doing?
Shai, how are you guys doing?
Doing great. How are you, John?
I'm been better, but
Yeah, I think you got a great bumper for us there.
Yeah.
You know that blue with our Colwell blue, it goes well. And so we like to brand that Colwell blue over everybody and everything out there.
Everyone will know you guys are on.
Yes. What do you got for us this morning, Brett?
Well, good morning. As another great week here at Cedar Creek Lake comes to an end, the real estate market's really heating up, and I'd like to thank the good Lord for the rain this week. With our lake full again, this promises to be another prosperous year for business and pleasure alike. And it's also my pleasure to be here with y'all today as we celebrate Texas Independence Day. And in the past 5 years, the population of Texas has grown 10%. And with the bulk of job growth being in anchor industries, we can expect the future of the housing to be strong. With inventory and interest rates remaining low, those looking for a home are not only having to consider what's on the market, but are also considering land and new home build packages as well. This is why today we'll be kicking off our 6-part series over the home buying process. And so the first step always in the home buying process is locating a great realtor out there to work with.
Yeah, that's going to be one of your biggest keys to getting the house that you want, the house that you need, the house that you desire, and getting it within your budget, getting it within your time frame, is having that realtor on your side working for you through the process. Because these days it's not 1836 anymore. Real estate is a complicated. Well, I wouldn't say complicated necessarily. That says it's really difficult. It's complex. It's
more moving parts.
There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of skill that goes into it with a professional realtor that they bring to the table on your behalf for getting that property purchased and getting those keys in your hands. So having that realtor is something you really want to have on your side. Having a great professional working with you. So realtors and realty companies, they're able to put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources into systems which can give you a greater reach for marketing properties on a larger scale. So as a buyer, you have two sides to that. You have the seller and the buyer. So as a seller, you want your property to be out there exposed to as many people in as many markets in as many ways as you possibly can. Now your main focus wants to be local. All real estate is local, but all real estate today, because we're a global economy, is also that global reach. You never know where that buyer is going to come from. Statistically, they're going to come within a certain radius of your property, but that isn't to the exclusion that it's just as likely that your house is going to be bought by somebody from Moscow or Tel Aviv or Cincinnati or Dallas. People move these days, so you want to have that property exposed, but also you want that realtor as a buyer to be able to give you the best access to that to find you the property you're really looking for.
What are some of those platforms that a realtor can help you with, as opposed to just selling by owner, to really get your property marketed out there?
Okay. Yeah, on the seller side, there's the primary place is the MLS. That's what all your realtors are going to have access to. That's what they're going to look through whenever the buyer is sitting at their desk. That is what they're going to go to first to look through. Now, from that, you have syndication into a lot of different websites, hundreds of different websites out there that syndicate from the MLS. So, you have your Realtor.com, your Zillow, your Trulia that these go out to. But then also that a really good realtor also has their social media platforms, your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, all these platforms that your realtor does that gets it out there to their sphere and their sphere and their people's people and those people's peoples out there. But then you also have the corporate level of it. So you have local brokerages that do good jobs, and they use those platforms, the MLS and the syndicated websites, and you have some of those realtors that get involved in the social media and things like that. But then you also have something very unique out there, and that is Coldwell Banker. Coldwell Banker is the largest real estate company globally. If you want the biggest real estate realtor brokerage network on the planet, Coldwell Banker is it. And the tools that Coldwell Banker invest in addition to these others, we have our CBX platforms, we have our new Zap platform that's been launching the last couple of years, that take all of these agents, tens of thousands. How many agents are we up to, Brett?
Our newest statistics are showing we've got about 3,000 offices with over 92,000 associates in 47 countries across the world now.
Yeah, so having that basis to take all these agents and bring them together digitally as though they're sitting together in one office, in one desk together, working together like one mind with its many different neurons, interfacing together, getting your property sold, that is the next level of real estate on a global level. So for selling, that's going to be hard to beat. For a buyer, having access to that platform, which gives you the most up-to-date live action view of what the market is and what is available, and having that real estate agent that has access to those tools and platforms really gives you that upper hand in getting you that house that you want, that house that you need, that house that you desire.
Yeah, you're talking about the MLS system still being the most powerful marketing tool there is out there, and that some of these are feeding off these IBX feeds that feed off from it, as well as some of these other social media platforms. Could you explain a little bit more on those right now?
Yeah, with that, the Coldwell Banker tools and technologies that are being developed right now are not just independent. It's not like you just have MLS over here, and you have these independent websites here, and your realtor's social media here. Part of the power of the tools of what Coldwell Banker is bringing to the table in engineering encompasses all that together. It brings all of those other tools under its hat, and it puts them all into one focused direction, in addition to other tools that the realtors have. So it integrates the MLS search feeds through your individual agent's personal websites, and they have on their websites now from Coldwell Banker the ability to have a search platform on there that searches MLSs across the nation, across the globe. It's really a fantastic tool, encompassing that with their social media platform, tying it all back and forth together into one symbiotic platform.
I tell you what, I love the great pictures and descriptions we can always find on our MLS, but a new popular tool everybody's using with our social media is our video.
Yeah.
With Facebook Live videos and YouTube, which we extensively use now, we're seeing a big rise in people's experience of the property as their ability to walk through and really view it in live time. And from what I've heard from the leaders at Google and some of the top real estate marketers out there, they're saying by the January 1st of this upcoming year, 85% of all content is going to be video related.
Yeah, video is the new media king. And Coldwell Banker, your agents at Coldwell Banker, all the way up to our corporate representatives, our executives, are really delving into this video platform. You've probably seen a lot of our ads on TV, like during the Super Bowl, things like that. Coldwell Banker has been leading the industry in television and media platforms with video for getting those homes sold, and also for helping you find that property you're really looking for. Really integrating that buyer process together.
Well, as you were saying, as an agent, people that are searching for a realtor these days, there's a lot of information out there they're trying to gather. I know you've got a little famous line. You're always talking about how a realtor can help you out in this process.
Yeah, we're the keys to the kingdom type of thing. Back in the day, you wanted to find out what the market was. You came into your real estate office, your local one. You talked to a realtor. They had their MLS book, and they open the thing up, and they look through their updates, and they see what's on the market. You might drive around, see what's out there. A lot of the buying process involved you personally hopping in your car and driving around the neighborhood you want to live in and looking for those yard signs and then asking your realtor for that information. Part of the keys these days, we have that access to that information. Your realtor is going to have the most up-to-date and accurate information about that property. Sometimes, depending on what website it's been syndicated through and the time frame, that information may be getting a little out of date, just depending on previous times listed on the market. Just however it syndicates for that. So your realtor is really going to be your most up-to-date. But also one of the keys that your realtors have added to their little keychain is the ability to cut through knowledge. We're in the information age, but it's almost the information overload age. So whenever you get into searching for a house as a buyer, these days one of your big issues you deal with is too much information. And so I've got all of this information. So how do I process it for what is important for my transaction? What houses fit my needs? What's the economy like in that area that I'm looking for? I can look at the national statistics, which are important, but what are the local statistics? What are the neighborhoods around the area doing? And how do I get in touch with the people who have access to this information? And then in the buying process, we're going to get into this in future weeks, getting access to the best vendors. I'm wanting an inspector. Well, you have all different grades of inspectors. You have ones that just got their inspector license this week, and you have ones that have been in the business for 20 years, and you have everything in between. You have ones that will work with you, and they are pen and paper guys. You have guys that are completely integrated in the technology process. And so finding those vendors that fit your needs and your speed is really important. And your realtors really have the key to that information and to that process.
Well, all this talk this morning about web marketing, I know one of the biggest things that people are interested in is what is the conversion rate, and why is that so important to web marketing?
Your conversion rate is on the seller side. How many properties that are put onto the market versus how many of those are sold out of that inventory. So depending on that ratio, you can tell whether it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, and then there's also ratios of conversion ratio of price. What's the initial list price versus the actual sales price on houses, and having that data. So for instance, more houses are going to sell with a realtor than they are on for sale by owner. There are houses that sell for sale by owner, but it's well over the 90% that sell with a real estate agent versus with a realtor versus for sale by owner.
Yeah, the recent statistics I've been seeing on that is over the past 3 years, a decline. We started off 3 years ago at a little bit over 14% were attempting to do a for sale by owner. Mm-hmm. And this past year being down to less than 8%. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that has to do with how much more marketing the realtor is able to do for you, mm-hmm. and also that price you're able to end up with at the end.
That price you're able to end up with. Because one thing with a for sale by owner versus with a real estate agent, a lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the issue is paying that commission. And so is that realtor worth that commission? Well, the consistent statistics from NAR, from the National Association of Realtors, is that a property sold with a realtor is going to sell for an average of 9% more than one sold for sale by owner. Now, in addition to that, Coldwell Banker have looked at their statistics and found that properties sold with Coldwell Banker sell for 14% more than those sold by other realtors, which is 9% more than for sale by owner. And part of that comes with that professionalism, that knowledge of the industry, getting your property on the market in the best light, syndicating it in the best way possible, getting that price appropriately done to the market value, so that you're not chasing a market down. You're getting the best price for your property in the quickest amount of time possible with the least amount of effort. So today, what do we got for properties today, Brett?
Well, the first one I want to start off with today is over at 2980 Trace Circle in Athens, and we're going to bring you a lot of Athens properties today. This newly remodeled 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home has almost 1,600 square feet and a two-car garage. We've still got a couple of cold nights left, but you can warm up in front of the wood-burning fireplace in this home. And the front and back porches will allow you to sit and enjoy this quiet neighborhood.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. That'd be one I'd want to check out. What else you got here?
This is a new one that's going to be coming up this weekend. It's over at 119 Palomita Circle. This beautiful custom home is located in a gated community near downtown and some of the historical homes in Athens. With 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, this 2-story home has more than enough room to spread out. At 2,450 square feet with a 2-car garage and extra large closets, has plenty of room for all the wife's shoes that she's got going on, or your fishing tackle if you can sneak one away from her.
Yeah, if you're wanting a beautiful house, that's one to get in right now.
Yeah, and you can get all this for only $259,000 today.
That's a fantastic price right there. We've also got one over here at 1235 Oak Tree Drive in Athens for $245,000. This is a great 3-bedroom, 3-bath brick home on about 0.78 acres there. 2 corner lots right there in the Dogwood subdivision, Oak Tree Drive. Beautiful property, immaculate there, just well upkept, worth taking a look at. Also, we have 8207 South Highway 19 for $325,000. Beautiful 2-story house, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, move-in ready on about 6 acres out there. Wow. With pond and barn, swimming pool. That's a good buy right there.
That sounds like some country living.
Yeah, if you're wanting to move into there. So if they want to get one of these properties, take a look at them, start the buying process. How do they get a hold of you, Brett?
As always, you can get a hold of me at 903-340-6301. If you've ever missed any of our shows, be sure and go check out our Facebook pages to see all the live updates. And you can also check us out on our YouTube channel.
Sounds good. And I'm Shai, and you can get a hold of me at 903-340-6159, or give our office a call today at 903-887-7055. That's Coldwell Banker American Dream Realty. We have lots of great, professional, very nice agents that are happy to help you get started in that buying process or get your house on the market this spring and get you where you need to go.
All right, be sure to tune in next time. We're going to have one of the lenders on. We're going to harass her a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to sound good. Yeah. Great. Thanks for having us today, John.
No problem. All right, folks, you were listening to 95.9 KCKL, and stick around shortly for the Trading Post. But first, we are going to get right back into some more great music.